Samsung specifically, Samsung versus okay. Samsung versus iPad, Apple tablets. For me personally, I've always liked the Samsung better because of the number one feature that they had. First of all, iPad didn't used to come with the pens in the earlier versions, but when they did start coming with the pens, there were nothing like Samsung.
iPhones come with the pads come with the pencil?
Yeah.
Since when?
I'm not sure what model.
The last iPad that came out came with a pen.
I'm not sure if the very last one came out with a pen.
Let's do a check on this one because
All right.
so to keep going with what you were saying is wait. My issue is not the hardware itself anyway. Pen, no pen. My issue is with the software, the applications. The Androids, they supposed to have been really, they was like basic in the beginning. It wasn't a lot of bubble stuff and like it wasn't a lot of these. The icon things was different. You can move them around and all this. Even though I would have liked it a little more even stripped than what it was, but it's slowly evolving to be more and more like Apple, rotten Apple, I should say. I mean, yes, they got good quality, but they rotten on the side. They push all this other stuff on you that you don't want. Even though you're paying for the devices. So my thing is the options. They're lacking options. The whole thing is lacking options. And I'm really wondering why it hasn't been another company that's stepped in. Like, we're gonna give you more what you want. Here it is. It's better than Apple. It's even better than Android. I mean, I don't understand how that's not happened yet. It's like they waiting I don't know what they waiting for. But Apple already reselling junk. They taking their own phones and putting them in another phone and putting some upgrades on it and then selling it to people. You can tell because they two sides louder. Ain't nothing but the old phone is inside of that phone. And they just built on it. You know what I mean? Like, that's just my opinion of it. That's what I think they're doing.
Right. And then you see like other people that try to compete, there's Google Pixel and then they have the Android tablets, but as the time goes by, like they're just doing the same thing as Apple, making everything rounded, kind of look the same. But I was wrong. They do not come with the pen. They sell them separately.
Yeah, I was surprised that you said that because right now they like, and then you get, they want $200.
Right.
You want an Apple, you want to talk to an Apple person, that's $200. No, I'm just kidding. Right. That might be a little far, but it seems like the accessories and everything is $200. Like, the whole business model. You want the AirPods, $200.
Right.
You want a cord, $200. You want a stand, $200. Or more. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazier that people actually buy this stuff. That's the crazy part. Needless to say, I do not want to buy. And I was tempted a lot of times. I even bought Apple, like, I forget which one it was, but Apple 7 or something like that, like devices for the whole family. But I sent them back. No, I didn't. I sold them off. But I didn't think it wasn't worth it. I tried it and I didn't see. The only thing that was useful to me was the camera. Like, it's not worth it. Google has a camera that I can use. The Google Meet was working just fine. I think back then it was
Duo.
It was Duo,
well,
right?
I think there was something else before Duo. It was Hangouts before Duo. Then it was Duo.
Yes. I actually like Hangouts better. Better than I did all of them.
Me too.
So I don't know what's going on now, but I mean, maybe the quality is a little better, but that's how they get you. That's how they get you. They promise you, oh, this is going to be this better and better. What's wrong with it now? Why the better you talking about, people not noticing?
Right.
It's like the 5G. Like, oh, this 5G is going to be better. It's going to be better. You know what I mean? Like, people wasn't complaining about their service. They was complaining about the devices. They was complaining about the fact that they was being forced to upgrade every year. That's what they was complaining. They wasn't complaining about the 4G or the 3G. Like it was it was minimal complaints. Maybe
Right.
like maybe they was getting some complaints because they wasn't covering all the areas, but that wasn't about the 5G. That was about coverage in the other area. You could have put the 3G in other areas. People would have been fine with that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's a whole nother something else going on. Don't get me wrong. It's cool to download real fast and all that. Don't get me wrong. I'm cool with the download it fast. But do you have to really overhaul the whole system to do that?
Right.
It just doesn't seem like it makes sense.
I agree. Going back to the hardware though, Samsung, they're definitely dumbing down their tablet designs because, as we know, they used to be inside the tablet. You could pull out the pen. Now they're on the outside. Which
Let me add, they was actually smaller than this tablet I got right here. This is a Samsung, I forget what it was called, the tab, the Galaxy, I forgot which I'm gonna look it up while we going. But it was smaller. It was smaller than this actual tablet is right now. Pen easily went in. Technology was cool. This was years back. This is the problem. This is my problem. You can put all of that technology in a cell phone, but you can't put it in a tablet this size.
Right.
Something is off to me. So they say, no, we didn't do that because we gave you bigger battery. We gave you more battery life. Cool. Why can't I exchange my battery though? Because that one, I could switch out the battery. No, I couldn't. Actually, they stopped that. That actual. I'm thinking about the Toshiba, and it wouldn't allow you to go in there. And wait, no, yes it did. Yeah, I could take the back off. Yeah, I can take the back off of that Toshiba and put a battery in there.
And that's another way they're dumbing down devices, intentionally making them harder to fix. So you'll buy another one instead of doing the economically smart thing and fixing it. Well, I actually don't know, but
I don't know. I think you're right. I think a tablet should last you for life. I think a cell phone should last you for half of your life. Right? It's absolutely no reason a person should be changing cell phones every year or every 2 years, or even every 3 years. It's a cell phone. What do you do with it? You get what I mean? Like, it's not. It's just crazy. It's crazy. What?
Yeah.
At least if you're gonna trade, gotta trade, why not trade for something better? Something you actually want. Not something some company pushing to you that's bigger and clunkier than what you had before.
Right.
I'm speaking of rotten apple right now.
Speaking of rotten apple, it is honestly when I was
Bring
younger.
Steve Jobs
when I
back.
was younger, right?
My bad.
When I was younger, I would like be on like the artist side of social media, especially YouTube. I see like a lot of people with the iPad when they were like artists and drawing, and I was like, okay, that must be the move. And then I actually tried the iPad, and I was like, why do people use this? Because it sounds.
You know why? Because you tried the iPad after using the Samsung Tab S for so long.
Right.
You get what I mean? So you was already used to a better system, I should say, with the pen and drawing and everything. I don't know which apps they was using, but yeah, I tried it. I thought the same thing. I'm like, it's all right, but it is. Samsung doing this already. Been doing this.
You've noticed. I don't know if it was just the model that I had, but it doesn't sound like this. Like, it doesn't sound soft like this. It sounds clunky. Like, it almost sounds like you could break it.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's like plastic straight on plastic. It doesn't have this like little rubber nib. Like,
this is the Apple.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't press that hard when I use these, but I do know this is a software tip on my Samsung that I have now,
Right.
Which I still didn't get the name for you. My bad. I'm find that in a little bit here. But as you were saying,
Right. It's just kind of crazy that that's the kind of industry standard that I've seen so far, at least just personally, and it being so clunky. I mean, obviously you'd have to press really hard for it to like actually break, but it definitely sounds like it could break, and it's more comfortable for me writing with a rubber piece
Right.
instead of just like plastic on plastic, or plastic on glass, I should say.
So as you see, I got the Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 Fan Edition 5G right now. This is what I got. So, I mean, the upgrade from the Tab S is cool. that's basically what I can give you. It's cool. Nothing, you know, I don't know. I still, it's cool. I haven't experienced anything yet with this tablet so far. This is still new. Yet that I say was better than the Tab S.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Because it's the truth. I haven't. It's seem a little bigger, but I'm not even sure about that.
Right.
The pen is bigger, right? It seemed bigger. Let's see. It's the same size pen. So I don't know. I don't know what's supposed to be so different. What was I don't know which fans voted for this, but it's got what 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 little icons on there, which I don't want. I'd rather not see any icons when I open my tab. I'd rather see the clock.
Right.
And maybe I can get it to that, and I just haven't messed with it a lot yet. But I want to see a clock, and I want to see the drop-down list, like Windows 7 used to have. You probably don't know nothing about Windows 7, but Windows 7 used to have this sleeker appearance, right? And when you went to you didn't have these goofy wait, did they have icons? I couldn't remember the icon. I just remember the part where it was listed. You see how this would look if this was not there?
Mm-hmm.
That's just, it would just say notepad, it would say camera, it would say all this. It wouldn't, your list would be a list. It wouldn't be no goofy icon. What are we in kindergarten? Why do we need icons when we got the word right there? What do we need that for?
And I definitely do think that was by design, like trying to get some kind of brand recognition. Like when you see that YouTube, it's YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, logos.
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
Logos.
I never thought about it like that, but you're exactly right. They drilling these logos in our head.
Mm-hmm.
So stupid.
Right.
So stupid.
And something else that I was just taking the Security Plus.
Smart
course,
on their
right?
end, but stupid on our end.
Right.
Sorry.
I was just taking a Security Plus course, and we were learning about how I forgot the exact term that they used, but there was a term for the apps that already come pre-installed on devices when you first get them.
Yes.
And that irritates me to my core because these companies get paid to have these apps on before you even buy them, and they're just taking up space.
Yes, that's what I was trying. That's factory. What did they call it? Factory something. But factory apps or something like that.
It's not even just factory apps though. I'm sure you still have some on yours. Can you
these are all the apps I was telling you about. Like I would have none of these.
Right.
What are these? All I wanted to search. You know how Google, when they first came out, it was just a bar, and you put in what you wanted. Google, that was it. That's what I want when I open this up. When I turn on my app, I don't want to see all this other stuff. Well, I take that back. I do want the clock and the date on there because I like a constant reminder what time it is. Right. And the date is just a plus. It's just there. So I want that. I want to be able to see that if I'm in airplane mode or if I'm good to go or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see notifications until I ask to see notifications.
Right.
I don't want anything just popping up unless I ask for it to pop up, like an alarm or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
I think Do Not Disturb does that, and you should try that.
Have you ever heard of Pinup?
Mm-mm.
So this is something
on a tablet.
I've seen this on a lot of devices, right?
Yeah.
And it's a photo drawing, start coloring. So is this a children's thing? Photo drawing. Then they want you to turn off airplane mode. Your tablet isn't connected to Wi-Fi network. To use this mobile network, instead, turn off the airplane mode in settings. Why would I want to do that? I just want to see what the app do.
Right.
Try again, go to drafts. Wow. This is another thing I'm talking about. So I want you to so this is something that you could take a picture of and then you use the picture, I guess, to draw on it if you want to. I don't think I have any pictures yet, but I'll try this one and see what it do. I see you can mess with it a little bit. You can turn it around. But can't you do all this in the regular apps they already have right here?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Screen,
exactly
right?
what you can do on
That's what I'm saying. What is this for children? Like, what is this? So maybe I have to look it up and see what's going on. But again, I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it. I don't want it on my screen. So, it's just, it's, you know what? It's almost like them so-called smartwatches, right? They smartwatches, right? Oh, they automatically come with the thing that reads your heart, but I didn't ask for you to read my heart, but I just want, you get what I mean?
Right.
I want a smartwatch that's smart enough to know that I don't want to be scanned for a heart attack. If I want to have a heart attack without you knowing about that, I'm gonna have a heart attack in advance. I want to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So
And that's it's more wicked, like when you think that they were like most likely selling that information to like third-party people. Like,
oh, your vitals?
Yeah. I don't know that for sure, but I wouldn't doubt it.
I didn't think about that, but you're exactly right, because it is a race to get the information, all the health information from the vital information. Right. I heard something about that. I read something about that somewhere too. They were saying China wanted what they could do with the vital information. I don't know exactly what they could do with it, but I guess they could do something with it. And most of this stuff to me has come down to marketing, right?
Right.
Ain't nobody trying to save nobody for the most part. they don't care. They hope you die off. And when I say that, I don't mean that in the some people conspiracy theory, like they're trying to kill us. They're trying to kill us all. Like, by tomorrow or next week, it's gonna happen in 2026. Nothing like that. But what I'm saying that if they know eating healthy food is going to do well for us, they not promoting that over the Twinkies.
Right.
If they got steaks and Twinkies.
Okay.
Look at Buddy.
I was just saying, because if they did that, we would stop needing the hospital so much. And
see, that'd be great too, because to me, life should be ongoing education. You should never stop wanting to learn it. But even more than that, our government, if it's our government, they should be heavily invested on us doing so.
Right. Even
more than working a job that doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, you just really don't need this job, right? So to even exist. So, so what I'm saying is making dumb toys, right?
Right.
Dumb objects that we don't need, this type of thing. Mm-hmm. We know we don't really need these jobs. We know we don't really need this stuff. So why not pay us to learn? To just keep, and use that in a way to help us as people.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna live longer. We can actually stay stronger. We can do stuff longer. So we can say, okay, since we could do this, well, let's put more work into kinetic energy. Drumming up kinetic energy. People wouldn't mind putting in some work to help their community. Like, say, I'm just throwing out some real numbers here, right? So we learned that 30 minutes a day walking is average for people who, what was that word?
Sedentary. who are
Sedentary?
sedentary. Yeah.
Okay, sedentary, which means
Inactive.
inactive. So these people, right? 30 minutes a day. That means a healthy person, I'm gonna say somebody like yourself could probably do an hour easy, like without
Right.
even sweating yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, maybe me. I don't know where I'm at. But an hour easy. If we could do that and generate energy for our community, boom. You get what I'm saying? That's the payback. That's the payback right there. Okay, we educating ourselves, we staying healthier, so we'll be able to do this longer. So we'll be able to do this way past the energy we're going to consume. We'll be doing energy for the next generation, right? Or whatever. The next generation can still do it, but then they'll do it for maybe countries that can't afford to get the setup yet. Whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a plethora of options when we talking. The healthier we are, the more we could do, the better we could do for our community.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So I just, you know what? I'm running for president. That's just it. I don't tired of this. I'm running for president. If Trump can get in there and cause this much trouble, and you know, it's a scare. You know, I think about that too. This is spent into something else. My bad. Should we keep on with the topic thing, or
finish your thought and then we'll get back.
All right. My thought is, if Trump can get in there and cause this much trouble without them showing concrete proof, as you know, everybody making these accusations, they don't have any concrete proof to the stuff they be talking about a lot of times.
Right.
The only concrete proof we got is the way Trump talk and what he say.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a well-known thing for a long time. People say and do two different things.
Right.
On a regular basis. So, I mean, if he really just doing these things, like, how come it's so hard for y'all to get the proof of that's what happened? Why y'all not putting the paperwork in the camera?
Right.
Why y'all not saying, hey, this is where it went, this is how where's all this? What is going on? Wikipedia is there for a reason. I mean, I know Wikipedia can be altered, but certain paperwork, I'm sure you can secure that to kind of make it unhackable. I mean, we got some good white hat hackers, as they call them, right? To do this stuff. So I'm just kind of like, maybe he doing more than they try to. Maybe he just disrupted a lot of money that was. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying he ain't trying to get paid though either, cause didn't Obama get paid? Didn't Bush get paid? Didn't everybody get paid before him? So I mean, you saying trying to get paid. Now, how much is a different story though? Is he? But still, even if that's the case, show the proof. You know what I mean? Like, what's the problem? Why are y'all so yakety instead of saying, he got the proof right here?
Right.
I'm showing you this is the paperwork. This is how they sent this to this company, and then this company took this, and this company ended up cutting him a check, or his girl a check, or his son a check. You know what I'm saying? And once they got that proof, how do they bury it, right? Like now it should be cemented in history, right? So I don't know. It's just a lot of media stuff that be tripping me out. And if you watching this stuff, if you really a open-minded person, you'll be going back and forth, because one day he seemed like he doing good, and one day he seemed like it's like, wait, okay, stop. Let's look at it for real. Like, I like that the real Dana, or was it Donna?
Dana, whatever.
Judge Joe Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that what they did. I mean, Judge Joe Brown, a wise dude. He been in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still human. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. He's still. I definitely think he's wrong about some things. Particularly the way he talked. I'm gonna say I just don't like. Well, should I say that? No, I think he's wrong. I think he's wrong about the way he talk about it.
Yeah.
The way he talk about darker skinned people wanting reparations, and maybe I'm misunderstanding how he said it, because I also heard him agree when the real Dana said something about reparations in a way. She was like, I won't mind because blah blah blah, and he agreed. He was like, yeah, that's that's okay, that's cool, but and then, so I'm kind of back and forth. But most of my point is, what it seemed like, just like with Trump right now, it seemed like his good overweighing his bad. Just like anybody I'm gonna look at, from my perspective, I can say without a doubt, their good overweigh their bad. Especially if I don't know all of their bad. You get what I mean?
Right.
Like if I know more good, then that's just what it is. That's just my perspective. I mean, what else can I say but the truth? I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, well, his good overweighing his bad. What happened when these other presidents was in office? Where was you at? What was you doing? How did your life get better?
Right.
Okay, so now you saying, since Trump got in office, your life been horrible? You saying that? Or you saying the other people that you seeing on the media? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking about the majority of people have no choice if they not gonna lie and say, yeah, okay, you right. Oh, but what about the Social Security? I don't know. That's where I'm at with that. I don't know what's going on with the Social Security. From what I hear, they trying to shake they trying to get it out the hands of people who've been misusing it. I don't know if they telling the truth or not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How could I know that?
Right.
I'm wondering how would you know that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you get a lot of these people act like they got a straight hotline to the White House, and it's like, what? When did these fools get a hotline to how could they be getting the scoop so early or whatever?
Right.
Why they talking it's so much,
matter of fact.
Yeah, like they definitely know this.
A
Like,
lot of old people do that. Older people especially.
oh yeah?
I've noticed, yeah. They really be thinking they know the facts, exactly what's going on in there. I don't know if you've experienced that, but...
So I was talking about Judge Joe Brown a little bit ago, and I'm going to say that he got to be an exception to my rule, because at least when he talk about it, he actually talk from what he read or with what he know from experience.
Right.
That I can give him all 100%. What I disagree with him about is his personal perception on other people when he made that example with the school, when he was like, yeah, they go to school, they had to have their haircuts, they had to have this on and this on. And I'm like, whoa, if this is about knowledge, what the hell are you talking about hair and clothes for?
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong. The clothes can be a distraction.
Right.
Only reason I say that, because you got the fashion thing. Oh, you wearing hand-me-down clothes, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I totally understand the clothes part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you drag hair into this again? Because somebody want to wear their natural God-given hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm only saying God-given because he supposed to be all about the law, and that's one thing they harp on, which is so much bulljive in my perspective, which I could be wrong, but I'm just saying that's what he harp on. That's what they harp on.
Right.
When they say that, they say they pledge. They say one nation under God. That's what they say. I don't care what they believe, that's what they say and they pledge. So if that's your pledge, then you should not have a problem with somebody wearing their hair like they wear their hair. Period. That's it. I don't want to debate it. I'm telling you like it is. That's a God. If you're a nation under God, the God gave people hair, not you, not the courts, not the law. The God did that, right? If that's what they believe, because that's what they say, that's what they pledge is. So all I'm saying is, hair shouldn't have anything to do with what you're talking about. Period. I don't care about none of that. Now, here's my caveat to that, if you will. if the hair is dirty? Okay, we got issues. You can't have your hair affecting other
Right.
people, messing with stuff. You can't have your hair, bugs jumping out your hair on other people. That's
Right.
different. That's just like, I don't care if you're wearing uniforms or not. If you're wearing a uniform and you funky as 2-3 people, then you bogus. You got to get
Right.
dealt with in some type of way. Hey, let's help this person out. This person needs some toiletries or something. Same as, that's what, see, you get what I'm saying now? Like with the hair, is one thing. It's like, okay, everything gonna have is exceptions to the rules. I
Right.
ain't saying that, but my concern about how you wear your hair is not gonna affect your education in my book. How could it?
Right.
It's how, if anything, it's gonna make you smarter. Or you got an elaborate hairdo that's gonna make you sit still for a minute so you can read this book while you get what I'm saying? So anything, if in my opinion, it's gonna make you smarter. You're gonna take that time and become more intelligent, in my opinion, because that's how I'm kind of seeing it would happen. Because you're actually taking time out. You're not running the streets in between going to school because you ain't got time. You're getting a 6-hour hair done. You do, you get the 6-hour hair braid done or whatever. So I really had an issue with that part in my personal space in the brain there. So I'm just saying my thoughts. That was like, wait a minute, what? Like, why do you talk? How do knowledge and hair? What? Wait a minute, wait. I agree with the uniform policy to some respect.
Right.
To some respect. Especially if it's cheaper than buying the clothes that people can afford. Which it should be. This is another problem. They'll hide them uniforms, and them damn uniforms will be more expensive than clothes.
Right.
I'm like, how's that happening? You buy it by bulk. Why would it be more expensive? That's stupid. What's the problem? Y'all picked the wrong color? Go with the black. Go with that way they can mix all them colors up together and it don't matter. It don't have to be solid black. It ain't gotta be, it can just be a black. Any black, off green black, off blue black, whatever. Give us the black, give us that color that's cheaper, that everybody can afford, and make it good quality. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about no stuff that's gonna have you itching and breaking out in rashes and nothing either. But I'm saying, by buying in bulk, it should be very affordable. It's just like work pants right now today. The average work pants that people should be, I shouldn't say should, but I think it makes more sense if the workforce was kind of wearing the same thing.
Right.
So it'll be cheaper on the clothes. These are clothes that they're gonna go get dirty. They work in all the time, so they should be comfortable and they should be doable. Just really simple stuff. And they should not cost a lot of money. Why would they cost a lot of money? Gazillions of people, well, I don't know if that's the actual number, but it's gotta be at least billions maybe. People that should be wearing these same things, right?
Right.
Just like a suits, right? Some suits are different. I get it. You're gonna use this special material, you're gonna do this all this little, not really at the same time. Because at the same time, it's like, okay, isn't there a lot of people buying these? Like, wait a minute, aren't you just making minor alterations to these things? So, just think about it, like, isn't this how Walmart got, make so much money, Target makes so much? They buy bulk, right? Like they get this bulk deal. So I'm like, how come that stopped? It just doesn't make sense to me that it would stop when it comes to a school.
Right.
That's buying bulk. Like this school do this every year. So you can get a contract that can bring this stuff down to, I don't know, $20 an outfit or something like that. Whatever that cost is. And it should be a done deal. Like, okay, well, we know for a fact we're gonna need these every year, this many, whatever, however many. And I'm just saying the deal should be there. So I understand the uniform point from that point. It's a good money move. So I think that should work. I would also say for somebody who be pushing on And I agree, don't get me wrong. I agree when you be talking about the transgenders and stuff, like the way they was pushing this mentality. I agree with it. I agree with it. But I'm saying, dude, you wear a dress to work. a gown.
That's crazy.
No, I'm just saying it's a funny point. It's like, you do wear that robe. They call it a robe, right? Or something like that. What they call that? Is it a robe?
Yeah, there's a robe.
Yeah, like, yo, you wear a robe though, Yeah, you got clothes up under, but you wearing a robe. They still put you in a dress, dude. I don't wear no robe. So I'm just saying they can come back with that at any time. I'm just saying I thought it was funny.
Right.
Like, wait a minute, this is a judge, right? My bad.
I do think they kind of, last point, but I do think they kind of like overblow how much it is pushed.
Wait,
a little bit.
Who overblow it?
Like somebody like Judge Joe Brown.
What you mean? He
like overblowing how much that's like really in the schools.
See, I don't. I agree with him. I really do. I agree with him because you got to remember. See, you living in this time. I'm living in a time where that wasn't a thing. You get what I mean? It was like, yeah, you had your fruity booty. You know what I mean? Like that was their thing. But to my knowledge, nobody really messed with them. Because I wasn't, we didn't really, however they would like kick it with the girls. And that was just what they did. I didn't think about it. Like now it's different though. Now it's like a thing. Like you seeing men kissing on TV and stuff like that. So it's like, wow, they didn't even warn us that was gonna be happening in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, shouldn't, I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, shouldn't we get a warning? You made us get a warning for having a woman natural breast on TV, but we don't need a warning for something that most of us think is unnatural.
Yeah, that is definitely fair.
I'm just saying. So that's what I think. That's why I agree with it because of the stipulations that's been removed when I lived through a time where we had more strict rules, especially when it came to what can be seen on a big screen or TV, stuff like that. So, and then I got a little agitated. I felt the way when I seen that they got the money in the Obama thing, and I'm like, this dude did like two things, and one of them was for them. I'm like, yo, this dude, who is this dude? Like, that's when I really was like, and I'm looking around and people still talking about, oh, don't say nothing about my black president. I'm like, black my ass. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I was really agitated at this point. I'm like, how you just ain't gonna give us, you ain't gonna throw nothing out. You ain't gonna say, yo, I know y'all looking for some good jobs. I'm opening this apprenticeship for y'all to be bosses. I know y'all go to all these jobs and y'all ain't seeing nothing but the old way of doing things. So we're gonna switch that up. We're gonna put y'all in positions. You know what I mean? So now, I ain't talking about outrageous. I'm just talking about a fair amount. If we in the 130 county, God dizzle, 30 of us should be bosses. 30, I'm saying percentage wise.
Right.
If we live anywhere, I don't care where is that? If it's 16%, then 16% of us should be represented in these corporations, in these banks, every aspect. The doctors, the hospitals, 16% of us should be there as bosses, not just there, not just custodians and all that stupid shit. Like, excuse my frustrations. This just makes sense to me. This is just logic to me. We know the history of this country, which this is the thing now. We went back to Trump that I would have. Like, what is he doing with this history stuff? What is that? Like what kind of move is that anyway? Like, is this? I don't. Is he really doing what they say he's doing? Is he really trying to? Like, if he is, like, then okay, yeah, that's foul. That's foul. That's really foul. Like, what is wrong with this dude? He mental? He gotta be mentally ill. Like, who would do that?
Right.
Like, that don't even That ain't even a presidential duty. Like what?
Yeah.
Like what are you? When you going outside of what people want you to do? Like who wants you to do that?
Was he messing with the history true or attempting to?
This is what I'm hearing now. I'm hearing he he wanted to take some historical facts out of the museums. Now I don't know if it's just out of the black museums or out of all the museums. I don't know exactly what was going on. But it's really funny because I also heard that he wasn't touching none of the racist stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm kind of Trump a businessman. We know that, right?
Right.
Or he's a very he's I'm gonna say he's a businessman. So he probably got paid to specifically do that.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That's what you was about to say?
Yeah, because I don't believe Trump is a racist at heart unless it gets him more money. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do. But then again, a lot of racists is only racist because they got something from being racist.
True. Yeah.
I mean, we got some mentally ill people still because that's what they started out with. They started out with mental illness. You know, they was eating their own kind before they came over here. You know, a lot of them people was something else. And this ain't nothing. This is history. This is real history, right?
Right.
So I think this is what part of why they want to try to erase that, because they don't want to. I guess they don't want their grandchildren to know how vicious and mentally ill or retarded, if you will, that they were how they was able to treat other humans. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to be really something else to treat another person, a human being. I don't care what color they skin is, you got to be something else. These people run around here and treat dogs, animals, better than they would treat people, and you try to tell me they ain't mentally ill or mentally retarded, and then you try to tell me, oh, you can't use them words? What is you talking about? What other words describe it? What other words describe what I know I see every day, on a daily basis? What words do describe that? I'm just saying. If I would change, if it's, what other word is it? What other words are there? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? I didn't see the dude run out. I ain't saying the same dude wouldn't go help other people. I don't know this dude.
Right.
But I do know racism.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna leave that one there. You know what I'm saying? So I doubt if that dude is racist, I doubt he would have ran out and helped a brother or sister, a darker skinned person in the same manner as he went out and helped that animal, that seal or whatever. That's just what it is. I believe I've seen them do things for animals they wouldn't do for other people. I really believe that. And on the same token, there are some that will. I ain't saying all of them like that. I'm just saying we do know there are some like that. And then they teaching that to other groups of people and other races, so-called races. You know what I mean?
Right.
They teaching this stuff. And then they come over there and got to get lumped up sometime because they got the wrong idea of how that actually happens. Like, you've been watching too much TV. You get Peter rolled up in here. We don't vibe like that. You know what I mean? Like, you lucky you make it back to your country, coming over here talking crazy or trying to be crazy.
Right.
I can't believe they let them get away with that in Africa. They let the Chinese people roll out on them, and I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all let these people come here and do what? Like, man, I know y'all hungry, but if y'all seen one of them bomb on y'all got y'all deep. You know what I mean? Like, yo, okay, they got some guns, okay, but y'all got people. Some of y'all gonna die. But at the end of the day, I bet you they ain't gonna come back over there with that no more.
Right.
You know? So I don't know. It's crazy, you know.
Africa is a really interesting place to me. And I'm sure in some aspects, maybe somebody could compare it to America in a way.
You mean the
But-
African continent?
Yeah.
Uncomparable.
How's it?
Uncomparable. Cause just because of the colonization over there is different than it was here. Like, just it's so different, right? So you got tribes that believe in this, you got tribes that believe in that.
Mhm.
There are so many different. I mean, we talking about a lot of people, right?
Right.
And they totally different beliefs. Like you got some people you can roll up on and they throw some. They very religious with the witch doctor stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't even think about nothing else like that. Like you got. I mean, it's just to me.
It's
It's really different. It's really different in that matter. And then you got some that's so arrogant that they think they you know, the gift, the God's gift to the world, and I don't care what you do or what you say, you'll never be Watusi or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
And I just threw that name out because it came to my mind. That ain't what, I don't know how that tribe is or whatever, but I'm just saying there's so many different, it's almost like looking at the organizations here, the gangs here, right? Like you can say the police, like a lot of people would talk about the police like they all the same.
right.
That is so far from the truth. Like they are different, right? Certain areas, they're different. You got certain police officers that's used to taking off their gun and knuckling up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they'll do. They're like, what you say? Oh, let me take this off real quick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like let's get, and they, they got their protection that so it won't go out of hand. But if both, the gangs and the police is down with it, they gonna knuckle out and they gonna handle that. And that's just gonna be that. Then you got some police officers that wouldn't even think about it. They gonna shoot first. They ain't even talking, and then we got the racists,
Right.
which is probably but then you got other police officers that's all about helping really helping their community. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm just saying. And some people say, and it was good. It was a good saying in a way for, like, if it was some good police officers, why would they let the bad ones do that? I'm like, because the good ones don't even be around the bad ones.
Right.
Like that's just what it is. They over there doing good. They wasn't there while they was doing bad. You know what I'm saying? Now, even when they call for backup, you have seen officers step up. Like, yo, what you doing? We don't roll like that. And they have stepped up. They have arrested other officers. So I mean, I don't know. I just think it's a lot different. I'm saying this all from not ever being there myself. This is just what I've learned from the internet, from word of mouth from some people and how they get down. It just seems like it's a lot of different beliefs going on. It's like the religion thing. Oh, that's the one. When you get to them religions, you get dangerous. Them they didn't cause more stuff than I think anything else in this world. I believe racism is a religion. It's a religion for some of these people. A lot of these people, I believe, that's racist. If not all of them, that's call themselves racist. It's a religion. That's some dangerous stuff. It really is. It's really dangerous. It don't supposed to be, and everybody claim that it ain't. But we know that's some dangerous stuff. Religion can be very dangerous. No matter how crazy or, what's the word? Illogical the beliefs might be. The flying spaghetti monster to the Christian Crusades. You know what I'm saying?